So welcome everybody to our Super Patch information / opportunity call tonight. We are independent associates on here that some of us have been in for a while, some of us have been in a short time, and some of you are guests. Some of you are here for the first time learning a little bit about our technology. And we join forces together with team members, and we produce this opportunity call to share with you that are on here the amazing technology that we have embarked upon sharing with the world. And we're growing so rapidly. We just recently opened Europe, and we have over 30,000 associates in Europe already. And so we invite you to listen, take notes. Our presenter tonight, this is our second call that we have done. It's every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So the link will be the same every week. So if you want to save that link somewhere in your notes, or put it somewhere where you can find it each week, and work on people throughout the week and let them know that this opportunity call is available for everyone. Associates, friends, family, interested people. You just never know who might be thinking about something that could help them in their life, and this may be something that they've been praying for. And so it gives me great pleasure to welcome our presenter tonight, Lisa Seto, who has been around this social networking for quite a while, and she's built several seven-figure businesses in this space. She is absolutely a treat to deal with. Some of us on here are linked on the same team sometimes, but a lot of times we're not linked together. And the nice thing about what we're trying to create here is that we all work together for one common goal. We don't have to be financially linked to each other. We're here to share this technology. We're all here to learn, and we're here to do our best to make a difference in the world. And certainly we have a good start to that on this journey. And so without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome our presenter for the second week, who does such a great job, my friend, Lisa Seto. Lisa, take it away.
Thanks so much, Terry. And you know what? It's just such an honor to be here because there's such a buzz happening with Super Patch right now. And when you have people from other countries that are pressing Jay at Super Patch to open up that market, you know that we've got something pretty special. So if you are here as a customer or an associate, then obviously you get what's going on with Super Patch. And not only that, you've probably had a wonderful experience with the patches, like I have, like Terry has, like Paul has, and many of you have. And we're going to be hearing from some of you at the end of this call, the presentation, but it's not by accident. So if you've been invited to see this live or to watch the replay when it does come out, then that is clearly not by accident. It is, in a way, a specific timing. And so you get the choice whether, if you want to, after taking a good look, get involved in a way where you experience the patches yourself, or if you want to jump in and embrace the opportunity that we have attached with that. So it's exciting times because the opportunity is new. And like I'd mentioned, there's people in other markets that are really pressing for their market to be open, but in due time that will happen. And granted, there's going to be people that are watching the presentation that are in other markets right now that are setting themselves up to experience the patches and also to build as well. So lots to look forward to, and we're going to get started here. So I'm just going to bring up a little bit of a presentation for you so you can see what we're talking about. All righty. Okay. And anytime, Terry, if there's a problem with sound, just let me know, and then we can go from there.
Sounds great.
All right. All right. Okay. Super Patch Company. That's what we're here for. And it is, like I'd mentioned, a brand new opportunity for business and health. So if you've heard about this before, many weeks ago, months ago, over a year ago, then you heard about it right from the start. And this is something that has not been, that is just whipped up in somebody's basement or anything like that. There's a lot of thought that went into producing this company. And so we're going to roll out some of the details for you. So there was someone that you know of by Steve Jobs. And by the way, there's quite a few other people that have said this too. Let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. And I'm all about living in the present, because when we're focused and being in the present, we automatically can manifest for the future. And why cry about yesterday, right? So every day is a brand new day. I love this quote in that way. So there's no doubt about that we are in a technology boom. And that started quite some time ago, but it definitely has evolved. And it has created a lot of wealth and opportunity for individuals, many of you on the call perhaps, in the past 25 years than any other industry. So you know the direction that we're headed. So why technology? Well, it's been able to help people every day, with every day the way we live and the way we play and work, right? Everybody's got that computer in their hand, right? Probably longer than most of you parents would like their kids to have in their hand. But we have that, we rely on it, we travel with it, and we really do make it that important and significant in our lives. And the more people that use it, the greater the wealth that is created, obviously, right? And that's why we also want to get the patches into everybody's hands. But innovation is definitely driving and is the driving and sustaining force behind every major economic success. So when I show this to you of the trillion, billion, and trillion-dollar industries here, you will know people, including yourself, that perhaps has used an Apple product. You know, I've got one that's sitting 2 feet away from me right now. Google, who's using the search with Google every day, right? I happen to use a different browser, but a lot of people, they use their Google. Who doesn't order from Amazon, right? Who doesn't? There's a lot of people, I don't know about you folks, but I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and there's a lot of people out there driving Teslas. Personally, I don't get it. My boyfriend's got one, but it's, to me, it's just, okay, it's like a go-kart. Have you ever ridden in one? But it's a boom and it's catching on. Meta. So if you've actually learned about this presentation on the Patch Nation Facebook group, then you are also participating with Meta, right? Who owns Facebook. And also, if you're on a PC watching this presentation or an Android, etc., you're using an app or a program on your computer to make a spreadsheet, then you're also contributing to that $2 trillion market at Microsoft. So hallelujah there, all those tools to support us. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, said Arthur Clarke. Now, I love this quote because if you talk to any one of our associates and customers that are with Super Patch, that are on this call, that are customers all over the world in our open markets, in Europe, etc., North America, the West, not quite Mexico yet, not quite Asia yet, but a lot of people will testify that our patches are indeed producing magic, a game changer for those people's lifestyles. And this is why we're so excited to present it to you tonight, especially if it's brand new to you. So introducing the Super Patch. Our company has hacked the neurocode to develop technologies that can help improve the lives of millions with drug-free, affordable, and risk-free products. You know, I don't know about you, but that is something that I can stand upon. And that is almost like a mission statement, is if we can just, offer something that is drug-free, and actually stimulant-free, then we've got actually a winner in this product. And so Super Patch and Jay has been working hard for 12 years to create the patches that can send signals directly to your brain and optimize the neural codes that do control our health and wellness. So they like to call it our vibrotactile trigger technology. Okay, so I know the first time that you hear it and say it, your tongue might get tied, but definitely you'll get to experience what that VTT is when you use the patch. So what people want? Well, what are their wellness needs? Who do you know that's in pain? Do you know of anybody that is lethargic or has low energy? Do you know somebody that's, maybe concerned about their memory or their brain health? Seems like almost everywhere you look, there's somebody that is, experiencing that cognitive decline. And we never talked about that 5-10 years ago. In fact, dementia is through the roof. Okay. And I'm just mentioning that because it is associated with that. I'm not making any claims here. Limited mobility. Every month of May, we spend in Palm Desert, California. And I can tell you, the patches would be a huge hit there. There's so many people that you can clearly see just at the grocery store or shopping, walking the street, that there is mobility issues there that people are experiencing and could use our patches. Many are at risk of falling. Okay, that's a serious thing, right? Because we hear of that happening with people, and then it takes a long recovery, or they're just never quite the same. And who do you know that has experienced some level of stress, whether it's in their personal life or at their workplace, right? Neuropathy, anti-aging issues. Okay, well, if you look on Instagram, you'll see there's so many channels or accounts that have something to do with anti-aging or beauty, right? Just turning back the clock, looking our best, right? I'm all for that, but it's clear if when you're on there, it definitely is a major factor of what people are looking for out there. Who do you know that is experiencing issues with their sleep, right? You're going to hear from someone at the end of the call about that in a little bit too. What about rehab and recovery, right? Imagine being able to do that yourself, but with the aid of, something that is drug-free. What about having an optimized immunity? I don't think that after the last 4 years that we had, that there isn't anybody that's not concerned about their immune system, right? Almost, almost to the point of being fanatic about it, right? So we have a solution for that. And what about metabolic optimization? Ensuring and directing your body to work at its optimal best, right? Its peak. And what about enhancing that quality of life? Now, when it comes to performance needs, many of us also want to be as active, throughout all of our years, whether we're 30 or whether we're 70 years old, right? And so what about having that more power and strength and endurance throughout your day? You just feel better when you have that strength and that enhanced mobility and agility. Okay. And even if it's just for, walking around, in your yard, or walking around at the office, commuting to and from work or wherever you're going, right? Just having that extra step, that extra, energy in your step throughout the day, that brings on a lot of joy in itself. But what about also, increased recovery, right? Even when you're working out, or even when you're recovering from something that could be an injury or whatever that is, wouldn't it be nice to have a little bit of support that way that's drug-free? But here's what we've got now. We've got drugs, prescription drugs, right? And that happens to be the number 3 killer of cause of death, I should say, right? That's no secret. Number 3, right? Side effects can actually take you down. What about over-the-counter products, right? To me, that's like wearing a Band-Aid. That's not really helping things. We have surgery. We have lifestyle and diet change. We have time commitments. So, of anybody that just definitely declines, maybe a lifestyle or diet change because it takes time, right? Well, there's definitely a huge demographic there. We also have risks and side effects from what I have mentioned above. Ineffective solutions, right? It's almost like being on a hamster wheel. If you start off with one prescription and then you end up with 3 or 4 or 5 years later, well, that's not improvement. That is ineffective in my eyes, right? So we have that resistance toward those types of changes. So guess what Super Patch delivers? We offer a drug-free solution. Hey, that's fantastic. Also stimulant-free and no side effects. It's instant and effective. I remember that when I took this to my friend Flory, she lives near me here in Vancouver, Greater Vancouver, and she had a little bit of stiffness right in her neck. And I just said, try, our Freedom Patch, which is our pain patch. And she put it on, and What's going to work different for her is going to work different for another person. She happened to find relief and she timed it herself. I didn't, in 9 minutes. So I would say that's quite instant. It's not invasive. It's not going to be something that's going to, that you have to put in your mouth, put in your gut, nothing like that, non-reactive. It is child safe. In fact, we know that there are colicky babies that are able to use our patches. Well, obviously the parents are the ones that apply those. Pregnancy safe, and that requires no diet change, no lifestyle change. And hallelujah, Jay at Super Patch for making it affordable. So this is how it works. It starts with a special pattern, right? Triggers of response is number one. Okay, so it's contact with the encrypted pattern to the skin area that triggers that neural response that sends information from the receptors to your brainstem, right? Those ridges, it's almost like a fingerprint when you look at it, right? Number two is affect the body. Well, after processing that information, the nervous system distributes commands to your peripheral nervous system, affecting various functions in your body, from pain regulation to motor control and balance, right? That is fantastic. Number three is feeling the difference. Of course, the effect is instant, ranging from improved balance, mobility, pain management, to better energy levels. And of course, maintaining optimal neurology assists your body to achieve and maintain optimal health. That's you being your best. Who doesn't want to be their best, right? Put in the comments, if you're on right now live, if you want to feel your best, put a yes in the comments, in the chat. Okay, so let's talk about, again, that Super Patch Vibro-Tactile Trigger Technology. Terry, say that 10 times really fast. Well, that helps our neurohaptic system generate signals that help our neurology and physiology reach and maintain better internal stable balance, which is called homeostasis, providing that better quality of life and enhanced wellness, right? Sometimes, we don't really understand how important that is or significant that is in our life until we start to, feel the differences. That could be in our 30s. Sometimes people are fine until they hit their 50s or 60s, but at some point that can catch up. So having a better quality of life is absolutely right up there, right? So as you can see, this picture of the brains and our brain on Super Patch, that's what it literally does. It makes a difference. So drug-free, zero ingredients with our patches. They come in a wide range to help different challenges, from stress and poor sleep to fatigue and chronic pain. Let me tell you that our patches also are backed by independent studies that have been published. And so guess what? We are being looked at by big companies that can see the power in what we've got here that we offer people. Okay. So this, obviously, if we weren't being looked at, then we wouldn't have something that helps people. Well, we are helping people every day. Okay. And not just people that may be suffering from an illness or an injury, but also to help people that, with their athletic performance, with their baseball, with their tennis, with their yoga, Pilates, strength training, their HIIT exercises, their high intensity interval training, right? And as well as people who could be swimmers or golfers. If you're one of those, anything that I just mentioned, then definitely you're going to be interested in one of our patches or more. And guess what? 100% drug-free and risk-free, as we mentioned as well. So you'll never have to worry about any side effects or anything like that. So this is our founder, Jay Dallowell, and you'll hear from him what he has to say.
Hi everyone, it's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code. that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So until next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
You have a great day too, Jay. Like, if you've ever had a chance to meet Jay or see him on stage, he definitely has a lot of energy. He's a very bright man. And you know what? I think he's got exactly what it takes to grow us very big. And he knows how the system works. He knows how to, embrace talent. And, what we're going to see in the next few years is definitely going to be something that is going to be very, very much admired by a lot of our peers. So guess what? We're going to start taking a little bit we're going to start unpacking. We're going to start unpacking the patches. How about that? So we'll start off with the joy patch. And while I do this, if you're, on and you want to put in the chat which patch you're wearing today, I'll let you know what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the focus patch, and I'm also wearing the joy patch today. So sometimes it varies. So tomorrow when I do my dumbbell workout, it'll be the Liberty patch along with the Victory. So to just drive it home. But every time I'm doing a presentation, or if I'm on a Zoom there where I'm learning and taking notes, I'll definitely have one that's called Focus, which we'll talk about in a second. But definitely joy. And because it's a joyous day, we're in a new year, we're going to be accomplishing a lot. I hope you're still feeling good about whatever it is that your resolutions could be. And some of you might not have resolutions that you set at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. You might even set them daily. And if you do, you should be in joy with that, right? There's a lot of people that are going through a lot of stress right now all over the world, and they could use this patch right here. Again, why not start feeling your best naturally, right? Okay, so we also have one that's called Kick It, where you can take back control like never before. So how about kicking out all of those bad habits? So we do know people that are using this patch, and it has helped them with, definitely reducing their craving for cigarettes, right? But we're also having people try it that aren't smokers, and just to see what they're experiencing too. It could be from chocolate cravings, which is there such a thing? Chocolate is an antioxidant in my book, right? So why would anyone want to kick that habit? But if there's anybody that is on our presentation right now, and if you're experiencing really good benefits by using this patch, definitely, raise your hand at the end. We'd love to hear from you. Now, this one is also a very popular one. And whenever I mention it to somebody, they ask me to repeat it because, I like to tell them that wearing the Ignite patch, you're going to burn 25% more, of your calories while you're in a resting state. So imagine increasing your metabolic resting rate by 25%, no matter what you're doing. You could be sleeping, you can be, watching Griselda on Netflix or whatever your flavor is, or you could be, playing tennis and amping that up by 10. This is definitely going to help you with your results, right? Athletic performance like never before. Victory is incredible. The last time we met here, I had shared about my friend Frida, who's turning 65 in June. And in her gym, sometimes, she's retired, so she is taking sometimes 3 classes a day. And she told me something that actually put me in my place really easily, because I'm 53 and she can do push-ups on her toes instead of her knees. Okay. And for that matter, if you can do push-ups on your toes, let us know in the chat. You know, I'm definitely one right now on my knees. I still have a ways to go. Push-ups have never been my strength. And so victory helps me feel stronger. And I have to say that it does really, because everybody's experience is different. It helps with me with my endurance while I am working out. That extra oomph when I'm lifting those heavier weights or going through that finisher at the end, you know, where they like to spring, you know, I guess 100 squats on you. Well, this is going to be your baby. So I definitely invite you to try it if you haven't, if you're any type of active person at all. Now, this is one of my favorite patches of all time, Focus, because it does simply work. Okay. If you're studying, if you're at work, if you're someone that didn't get enough sleep last night, I'm going to request from you that you put this on your forearm or anywhere else on your body that doesn't have hair, and you tell me what kind of experience you're going to have with this. You know, last time we met, I mentioned that I had one night couldn't get to bed till 3 a.m, and I had to be up at 7:30, which again is like sleeping in for most of you. That's early for me. And that was 4.5 hours sleep. And I figured that I'd need a 2-hour nap at 1 o'clock, which is typical in the past. And would you believe that I had the most productive day in a year when I had this patch on the first time and I didn't have that sleep under my belt? And by the time my head hit the pillow, it was near midnight. And I just thought to myself, wow, how did this happen? So I'm a believer, definitely in Focus Patch. Okay, so Flow, we used to have Flow right now. Right now it is not available, but it definitely is one of our favorites. And I'm thinking that it might be back. And so many people absolutely love this because it just gave them so much throughout their day where they could maximize who they were. In fact, a lot of us felt we were limitless. So that might be back. Get moving get moving like never before. Liberty, liberty, liberty. What a great name for this patch. Liberty and the Victory Patch, as Jay Dallowell, our creator of the patches and founder of Super Patch, says that these patches are like the operating system and the other patches are like the apps. So I hope that analogy kind of says it all, but I'm telling you, for, you know, definitely even an anti-aging benefit and to, you know, have that spring in your step, you definitely want to have Liberty Patch. So if you've come on as an associate with our company, you would have received this in your kit and definitely experience the benefits. Again, for everybody, it's going to be different. So that's why we invite you to try it. Peace Patch. Okay, I'm hearing so much about this one, and it's really deal with stress like never before. But I will say you must try it for yourself because we have a long list of things that it is helping with, and we don't know what that's going to be for you until you try it. And that's why I also invited you to try our Kick It Patch too, because this is more than just quitting smoking. It could do a whole realm of other things for you, but it's not surprising that 7 out of 10 people do report higher stress levels. And the reason why, well, we just look around, right? And if we're listening to people when they're talking, they're stressed about financial security. Like there's, you know, I don't know what it is, if we're being kept in fear or not, but our government in Canada keeps telling us, like, you know, like that there's tremendous debt. I think we need a whole new overhaul, right? And that jobs and pensions are at risk. So I think people need help with stress, as well as whatever the economy is doing. And no matter what our job or our jobs, more like it today, what's going on there, right? You might not be that harmonious with some coworkers or with your boss. Put on a peace patch. That might change the day. As well as, you know, your health can be creating some stress too, because with that, there's a little bit of worry. So we've got you here. Now, REM, what a great name for this patch, where you get to sleep like never before. Now you can see the number to the right of the screen. There's a lot of people that are suffering from chronic sleep problems. And for many of you, I don't know who it is on this call or that's going to be watching this presentation. It might be you. And if you've had a positive experience, I would love for you to also share at the end and just raise your hand when Terry calls upon some stories. And, you can share your experience because have you ever had a day where you didn't get much sleep or it was disturbed or just wasn't deep enough? And maybe it was 4 days in a row, or maybe it was 40 days in a row or longer. Yes, there are people that experience that much or that many days without proper sleep. That can really mess up your day. That can actually lead to injuries, chronic diseases, mental illnesses, and definitely a poor quality of life. So we're here to help you with that. Okay, so this one also is one of our most popular because who do you know that's got pain, right? Whether it's a headache, whether it's a migraine, whether it's from an injury or a sprain, or it could be something that's intermittent, or it could be something that's chronic. Our pain patch freedom is definitely worth a try. There's 20% of adults just in America alone that have chronic pain. Okay, and I could venture to say probably that's the same number or percentage in Canada too. Let me share with you our 2 newest patches. Okay, so last time that we met, these patches weren't available yet. Well, they became available just last week, and my oh my. Okay, Lumi, long story short, it is for a glowing skin. And when you've seen probably at Team Patchination, you may have seen some of the before and after pictures already. I don't know about you, I'm blown away. And if you're a guest on the call, please ask the person that invited you to take a look at this, or even the replay, ask them to tell you about Lumi and Rocket, and I'll ask for some of the before and afters, and they'll be happy to share that with you. And I guarantee you'll be blown away too. So it includes a natural biophotonic activation. So you're going to see from some of those before and afters that it does happen in minutes, up to an hour, half a day. And some people are putting it on, and then the next day they're waking up and going, whoa, what is this? Okay. And it's from a patch. Okay. No chemicals, nothing that's going into your skin that's going to harm you. I love that the most. Now with our Rocket, you can also experience more energy like never before. So Terry, actually, I want to ask you about this, not about what the experience is, but is this a product for men alone or men and women? We're kind of hearing, it could be, some women are experiencing some different things too, but is this a patch just strictly for men?
No, I don't think it's just strictly for men, but it's geared and focused more towards men and enhancing their passion and their ability and energy and stamina. But it was designed more in mind with the men. But hey, if the women want to try it and it improves their stamina and energy, then why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, why not give it a try? Here's to more passion, guys. Everybody deserves more passion out there. Okay, so here is more about our innovation at Super Patch. Well, every bodily function, like Jay says, has a neural code. That includes breathing, walking, balance, pain management, stress, sleep, immune response, and others. The list goes on, right? And when you think about it, our bodies are miracles. We are a self-regulating machine. Sometimes we need help because these neural codes get damaged or stuck for a myriad of reasons that can lead to poor health, wellness, and performance. And like many of you, I believe our health is our wealth, because when we don't have our health, you know how many people would write a check for 6 or 7 figures just to get their health back, right? You know them. You might be one of them. It is indeed our wealth. Now, let me share also, like Jay had referred to as the QR codes. They do help to repair our neural codes, allowing our bodies and mind to operate at our highest level, right? To me, I think limitless when I hear that. And all 12 of the super patches and growing, because we're going to be having more come along. But even if we didn't have any new super patches that came along in the next 5 years, we've got enough. So why? let's share a little bit more. While the technology you use impresses no one, the experience you create with it is everything. Would you agree? It's a game changer. And this is why we're seeing a lot of customers convert to associates on the company. So Super Patch Company and Technologies, we indeed have a $500 billion market opportunity. Okay, look at this. Do we address pain, right? Is there a big market for pain? Well, look at the number to the right, 1.6 billion people. Okay, energy and fatigue. Know anybody that needs help with that? What about sleep, stress, immune support, obesity and weight management, fitness, mobility, focus, and help for students? You guys, we cover a lot. And that's why I said, even if we introduce no more patches over the next 5 years, look how much work we've got to do. There's a lot of people here we can help. So let's recap a little bit. 100% drug-free. There's already over $1 million happy customers. Amazing clinical trial results, right? On every single one of our patches. So it's just not opinion, it's backed up. Made in the United States, okay? If you're ordering from Canada, it's going to ship from Canada. If you're ordering from the United States, it's going to ship from Dallas, Texas, right to your door. Immediate and proven results. FDA registered. And we know a lot of companies in our profession would love to have that designation. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. And of course, a 95% positive user rating. When you're looking at a company, especially, one that you're watching to see if it's something you want to jump in with and build and grow and take to new heights, that matters. We have product and technology leadership. Over 10 million has been spent on research and development, and that's going to grow as we grow. As we grow, that's going to grow. Our technology is clinically proven and globally protected. Very important, right? The best in our class. There are no competitive products. We're in a league of our own, folks. Simple to use, no gimmicks, no limits, and we have a simple pay plan that truly rewards us. And we have unlimited potential. I always like to say, when people that I talk to haven't heard of our company and they're asking about the business, I like to tell them there's no cap on what you can earn. We offer great bonuses, trips. There's an incentive trip that's coming up for Cancun. So if you might want to ask about that and other incentives. So easy to join and there's no risks. We have that 30-day money-back guarantee. Some people they are impressed by that, and we do offer that. Not all companies do. How do you get started today if you wish to? Step 1, enroll as an associate like me and Terry and Paul and some of the others on the call. Ability to market these exclusive Super Patch products, wholesale pricing with 25% plus discounts. You get to access the simplest compensation plan in our profession. You have the opportunity to build your own team, your own team, but you're not going to be alone to build it. You got a lot of support to earn unlimited bonuses. You do get, by the way, you don't have to go pay someone for a website because you're going to get your own replicated website. You're going to also get training from industry experts. You're going to have the opportunity to participate in those contests for trips and other rewards. And also in that associate kit, you're going to get $75 worth of patches so you can get started right away. Okay, that's a nice bonus. Step 2 is choosing your pack. As you can see, we do offer a myriad of packs. They're all wonderful. So from $2.99 to $9.99. And you pick which one you'd like to come in with. With me, I wanted to have a selection that I can get out sharing right away and also have enough for myself to experience and my family members. And so this is something that you need to consider when you're looking at our packs. Alrighty. So that's what you got there. And now, Terry, I think we have some people that are going to want to share their experience with the Super Patches.
Yeah, great job. That was very, very well done. Thank you, Lisa, for your thoroughness on this. It's so exciting to see the potential we have here, and I'm excited to hear for the next few minutes here anybody on here that would like to share an experience they've had with our technology, please just hit down below, hit the raise your hand, and we'll bring you on. There's B. B, please unmute yourself and welcome.
Hi.
Hi,
Thank
B.
you.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, Terry. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you so much. I first want to start by thanking Lisa. She's absolutely amazing. She's been very instrumental in helping me since the beginning. She's always available for me with amazing information. So this company is absolutely amazing because of the people that are in. So I just wanted to thank her, to start by thanking her. I've joined the company not long ago in December, and I've already had 5 amazing experiences. I'm not gonna share them all, but I want to share 2 of them with your permission.
Certainly.
Okay, so my first, one of the first experiences that I had, first of all, I had chronic insomnia for 5 years. And no matter what I tried, it worked for a while and then it didn't work anymore. So Lisa was so grateful, and she sent me a few patches, a few of the REM patches from her own supply. She sent them by mail to me. I live in British Columbia as well, but we're 5 hours away. So I got the REM patches from her, and I put a REM patch on for the first 2 nights. And to be honest with you, it didn't do anything to me. But at that point, I already had the Liberty patch and the Peace patch coming. So 2 days later, I had the Liberty patch arriving in my mailbox. And that night, I put a Liberty patch and a REM patch. And I went from 4 hours of sleep for the last 5 years. In the first 2 weeks, gradually it increased to 5 hours. But that first night with both patches, the Liberty and the REM, it's been the most amazing sleep that I had. I finally got to dream again, and I woke up in the morning super relaxed. During those 2 weeks, I was going through some emotional issues. And one night I went to bed, as I usually go, and I put my Liberty patch on, I put the REM patch on, I went to bed, and I just started tossing and turning for like half an hour, and thoughts were coming to my mind, spiraling down. So I finally, after half an hour, I got up and I put the Peace patch on, put my head on the pillow, and I felt like the warmest embrace, like an amazing, like a mother's embrace. And within 10 minutes, I was out. So I've been wearing the REM and Liberty patch now for a month. And my experience with them was that from getting 4 hours of sleep initially and waking up tired, within 2 weeks, I went to 5 hours. On the 3rd week, I went up to 6 hours. And on the 4th week, I went to 7 hours. So now I have 7 hours of sleep, solid sleep, with dreams, waking up refreshed in the morning. So that's my first experience with it. The second experience that I had was a different one, a little bit different. It was last week or a week and a half ago. I threw my back out, and I was bent at 90 degrees. I couldn't move. I put 2 of the pain patches on. I ran out again of the Liberty patch. So I put 2 of the pain patches on, and for 2 days, and they didn't do anything for the pain, because it was not a muscular pain. It was a bone pain. And finally, after 2 days, the Liberty patches came in the mail. I put 1 Liberty patch on at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And by 9 p.m., the whole pain that was on a scale from 0 to 10 was at 110. I couldn't move. I couldn't bend. Within 4 hours, everything was absolutely gone. So those are my 2 amazing experiences with it.
Wow. Wow. Good for you, B. That's phenomenal. And to know that you were, brave enough and smart enough to give your body time to respond. And as we know, especially with sleep, it's not always necessarily the length of sleep you get, but the quality of sleep you get. And we have a lot of people that, struggle with sleep issues and wear Fitbits and Apple Watches and so on, which actually shows you the amount of deep sleep, the amount of REM sleep, and a lot of people have shown a marked improvement in the quality of their deep sleep. So needless to say, you're somebody that has seen results in our patches relatively in a short time, and I'll bet you that you're not going to keep these patches to yourself and not tell anybody.
Oh my gosh, it's not yeah, you're totally right. So since I would say a month ago, since my first experience with the REM patches, I've been sharing on social media my experiences one by one, the 5 experiences that I've had, and I've had so far at this point, I'm enrolling 2 or 3 people per day. Like I can't keep up with them. It's just amazing because I speak from experience, and I'm like, I trust them fully. I only endorse companies and products that I've had positive experiences with. And I just can't stop talking about it because I see the changes in me. And actually, I'm going to share very quickly my last experience that was 2 days ago. I was ready to go to an event, to a baby shower. And as I was getting dressed, I started having a headache. And I'm like, oh, great. Now I have to go there and I'm having a headache. So I just, the way I say it, I slap a patch. So I slapped a patch, a freedom patch on my shoulder. I got in the car, and it's a 10-minute drive for me from my place to the place that I was going to. And as I'm in the car, I started singing, and I realized all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I don't have a migraine on anymore because I'm singing and I'm happy. So of course I shared that experience the day after on social media, and I just got inundated with people wanting to know more.
Yes,
Wow.
that's the way it's done. That's get an experience in it, enjoy it yourself, and tell people about it. And I mean, that's how, you know, it's nice. We can share and be rewarded financially for it, and feel a joy like I'm sure Lisa feels, knowing that you were open to give it a try and stick with it. And as I've said, that people lots of times that this business allows you to experience a joy that you can't explain sometimes. And I'm sure that she's got this feeling with your experience, B. And we so appreciate you jumping on board with us and sharing your testimonials, your stories, how it's helped you. And let's continue in that pursuit of helping the world. Thank you for sharing, B.
Thank you so much. And to everybody on the call, slap that patch and
Yeah,
don't
stop
stop
the
talking
pack.
about it. Yeah.
Great.
Woohoo.
Thank you.
Thanks, B.
Thank you.
So I don't see any other hands up. So,
Oh, me.
oh, I'm sorry, Darlene, you didn't have your hand up. Okay, sorry.
I don't know why, but it's not letting me put my hand up. But I'm excited to say that I lost 35 pounds in 7 months just by wearing the Ignite patch.
Wow.
Wow.
Good
Yes.
for you.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And and you know what? I went off the patch only because it was summer and you know you want a few more diboja and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it turned out I was off for 6 months. I only put on 7 pounds, and now I'm back on them. I've lost 6 of those 7, and I'm on my way to go lose another 25.
Oh, great, Darlene.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Good for you. Good for
Yeah,
you sticking
wonderful.
with it. 7 months is
I will.
not easy,
Yeah.
but thank you very much for sharing.
For
Appreciate it.
sure.
Paul Vandeven.
Hey Terry, I'm just
How are you
gonna be
doing?
short. I probably will, I'm gonna do a post yet this week, but I'm one of those guys that I'm a great guinea pig, and I thought this Lumi came out, and I thought, well, they may say this is for women, but I'm gonna try it. And I can tell you, I took a bunch of pictures like on an hourly basis. And even after the first hour, I have for as long as I can remember, I've always had bags under my eyes, and it wasn't so much the bags, but they were always dark. So I kind of always looked like I don't know, I was always looked like I was sad. And the other thing, I always had like 3 lines in my forehead. And within an hour, and especially like a few hours later, and then the next morning when I woke up, like I noticed that it I definitely was shining. I was glowing, and I didn't have my the bags under my eyes started to lighten up, and kind of the lines in my forehead started to retract, where I was only seeing the one main line instead of 3. And that's without Botox. So I never want to use any of that stuff, but as we get older, we always want to try to look younger, right? So anyway, I watch for my post in the next couple of days, but I'm wearing it every day, and we'll see where it goes.
That's great, Paulie. Yeah, good for you. I mean, you're right. These patches are going to help all of us feel younger, and in some cases look younger. That's for sure. And that certainly is a bonus to me. And if the rocket patch can help us perform younger, that's great too. That's always a bonus as well. So, okay, folks, we've come to the end of our call. Thank you so much for being on the call, and those of you that were a guest, we really appreciate you stopping by and staying on with us for this 45 minutes or so. And please get back to the person that invited you to this call. And if it's a fit for you, get the patches on. As B says, slap a patch on. And if you like the opportunity, come join us. We need lots of foot soldiers out there. So thank you all for being on. And until next time, God bless and good night. Unmute and say good night if you want.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks, Lisa.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Good night, everybody.
night.
Awesome
Good night,
crowd.
everyone.